Happy morning, students. Welcome to today's online biology class. Standard 7, lesson number 5, reproduction and modification in plants. Students, we know that flowering plants have root, stem and leaves. They are called as vegetative organs. And then flowers, fruit and seeds in a plant are called as reproductive organs. In earlier classes, we have seen new plants can be grown from seeds. In this lesson, we are going to know about how a flower changes itself into a fruit and the modification of root, stem and leaves of a plant. Dear students, let's do this activity in your home to raise a new generation of a plant from watermelon and potato. Materials required: 2 pots with soil, potato, watermelon seeds and water. Procedure: fill both pots with the soil mixed with compost. Take young potato, ensure that it is not dried up and the skin still looks fresh. Bury a potato in one pot. Shove watermelon seeds in another pot. Pour water regularly and maintain the plant. After 2 days, you can see single plant arising from the buried potato. Plant rises from the pot sowed with watermelon seeds. Each seed produces a plant. Watermelon plants were produced from seeds, whereas potato plant is not from seed but from the vegetative part. Seed is not only the source for new generation. Even vegetative part of a plant can also be used to produce a new plant. Reproduction. The process by which plants and animals produce young ones and increase their number is known as reproduction. A drumstick tree can be grown from both seeds and stem cuttings. When plants produced from seeds, we call that process as sexual reproduction. And all other ways of reproduction without seeds are called as asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is produced from a flower by the process of pollination and fertilization. To understand how seeds are formed in a flower, first we have to understand the parts of a flower. Students, let's collect few buds and opened flowers of hibiscus and datura. Now we are going to compare the bud and opened flower of hibiscus and datura. The first one is hibiscus flower. Bud, opened flower. In a bud, green color and sepals. In a opened flower, it is a brightly color and petals. Dissected hibiscus flower, curled petals, small tube with yellow loops anthers. Expanded petals, expanded tube with yellow loops anthers. In a datura flower, bud, green color, sepals. In a opened flower, it is a white color and petals. And dissected datura flower, bud, it is a curled petals, small yellow loops anthers. In an opened flower, it is a expanded petals and the expanded yellow loops anthers. Students, look at the picture. In a bud, you can see a green color leaf-like structure which covers the whole bud or a flower. Each of this green-like structure present as an outermost layer is called a sepal. This outermost ring is called as calyx. And then the most attractive part of the flower is called as petals. This ring of petals together is called as corolla. Inner to this corolla, in hibiscus, you can observe a long tube on which many stamens are arranged. Look at the picture, students. It is a long tube in the hibiscus. And then in datura, you can see only 5 stamens structures. This ring of a flower is called as androecium. Each stamen consists of 2 parts. First one is filament and then second one is anther. If you touch these loops in a mature flower, you get a powdery substance called pollen grains. It is called as a male reproductive part of a plant. In the inner of the androecium, you can find a female reproductive part of the flower called gynoecium. You will find the part with the swollen bottom part. This is called as the ovary. Seeds are produced in this part. On the top of the ovary, there is a slender tube-like structure called style. The topmost sticky part of the style is called a stigma. The pollen grains are received by the stigma. This is the 4th wall of a flower. So the female reproductive part is called as a gynoecium and the male part is called as androecium. Students, today's home fun is take the page number 80 in your book. Draw and label the parts of a flower. So the parts are given below. Thank you all.